It's your boy Dirty and C Dub. It is going into week 6 today, and we're going to be talking about week 5 recap. So, buckle up, get your drinks ready, make sure you tune in because we're going to go over everything that just happened in week 5. But before that, you're going to hear from our sponsor. Thanks for listening, and I just ate a lot of peanut butter. So, let's get to it.
Why settle for boring? When you can feast with the nectar of the gods. You'll always have a seat at Norse Hall.
Welcome, everybody, to Top Dog Coverage, where you can find the weekly recap to the week 4 and the predictions that we are going over each and every week. And now we're going to start to implement just a little bit more for you guys. Our content is about to get better. Our content is about to get wilder, and we are going to add some stuff that we can bring specifically to you guys because you guys are what makes this show happen. C-Dub, how you feeling, baby?
Feeling great, man. Ready to rock. We had a crazy week 5, so excited to get into it.
We did. And in case you guys are just listening or just hearing about us, make sure that you guys tune in. Follow us at Top Dog Coverage on YouTube, on X, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Make sure you guys hit that like button, that subscribe button, leave a comment for us. Swipe up on the Spotify, on the iTunes, Apple, anywhere that you guys can see us. Make sure that you're leaving comments and letting us know how much you guys like the content as well. That way, we can show appreciation back to you guys as listeners. So, and we do. We have a lot of listeners, coming in now. A lot of people are getting traction of us, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
I had a lot of peanut butter before the show.
Rookie move.
I mean,
you look like you're struggling there.
A little bit. I feel like okay.
Did you just eat the whole jar of peanut butter? I mean,
I might as well just go get it. If we're gonna be honest,
Nah, we don't want to see that, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like Jim Carrey in Me, Myself, and Irene when he took those pills and he's got cotton mouth. It's just like chalky right now. But
it's another old movie, right?
Yeah, I keep forgetting about this. Yeah, in case anybody's wondering, listeners, C-Dub has never seen A Bronx Tale. When I asked him if he's ever seen it, he asked who is she. So,
it's a valid question. Are you not near the Bronx? I'm assuming you have a Bronx Tale.
I am near the Bronx. I
was assuming you have a Bronx Tale.
I don't. Actually, I do have a Bronx Tale. I did date somebody in the Bronx.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not a question that's out of left field.
It's not out of left field. No,
it's a valid question.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't just throw a bunch of words at me and then expect me to know it's a movie from the freaking 60s or whatever.
Everybody knows that's a movie. Everybody and their mother knows that's a movie.
If we put a poll up, there's absolutely no way that all of our listeners know what that is. Absolutely no way.
You know what? Let's put a poll up. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay? We're gonna put a poll up. You guys make sure that you vote on YouTube. We're gonna put a poll up that says, what should we word it? That way, it's even keel here.
Do you know what a Bronx Tale is?
Do you know what a Bronx Tale is?
I mean,
okay. Should we put like?
Or do you want? Have you seen A Bronx Tale?
We should put Have you seen A Bronx Tale?
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Because that kind of,
Yeah.
that I think that's a more cut and dry, right? More
Yeah.
to the point.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do it.
Okay.
We'll put it up after the show.
Okay. Yeah. We got you. But during this show, let's get into some things, okay? Because some things happened. We're week 5, right? Week 6. Week 5 has just left us. I mean, we are already a quarter through the season here, dude, and
like
it's getting
1/3
wild.
done.
Hmm?
1/3. We're 1/3 done, right? There's only 18 weeks.
Yeah.
I guess
So-
about to be a third. Whatever.
I mean, we're right there.
Fractions.
We're right there.
Fun.
But I will say that very unexpectedly, if we're talking about the teams that usually get into the playoffs, that are usually powerhouses, the Ravens, the Chiefs, you know what I mean? They already got 3 losses here. This is getting pretty wild.
Yeah.
And
there's some doom and gloom, and I mean it is spooky season.
it is
so
spooky season.
They're
yeah.
looking for some trick and treats, and they're just getting tricks right now.
Yeah, there's no treats coming their way right now.
Nope.
But there might be some treats for the Top Dog Coverage viewers coming soon, as we start to put together.
That sounds spectacular.
Yeah, it is spectacular. We are putting together some film room treats for you guys, so we can break down some film for you guys in the future. Again, we're trying to make better content for you, and I thought that was a really good segue. I'm really proud of myself with that one. But
beautifully done. You're a pro.
I couldn't do it without you. So
Pro's pro. Teamwork makes the dream work.
be a teammate, not a team weight. Okay.
Beautiful.
Did that flow well?
Yeah, it's all right. It's good.
Yeah. I'll work on it.
Yeah. We can come up with better. We can.
We have. We definitely have. You guys got to see us in Indianapolis. Indianapolis, we go wild.
That's a whole other story.
Yeah,
Yeah. No stabbings here.
No. Do we have that?
No, I mean we can cover it. I can.
Yeah, we can cover
it. While you cue this stuff, I'll try to find it real quick.
Okay, yeah. Let's with that being said, let's get in some some stuff. Let's cover the news, baby. Okay. Well, I'll start us off. Does that sound good?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, the Bengals acquired Joe Flacco from the Cleveland Browns. Okay. The Bengals have indeed changed their tune on a quarterback trade. They will make an intra-AFC North swap, according to Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero. The team is set to acquire Joe Flacco from the Cleveland Browns. The deal is now official pending a physical. Cleveland will acquire a 5th-round pick from Cincinnati, according to Adam Schefter, who adds this pick swap exchange will involve a 6th going back to the Bengals. The 6th going to Cincy is originally a Detroit selection from the November 2024 Za'Darius Smith trade. The picks are in 2026 draft. So after Zach Taylor indicated Zach Browning's starting job was in jeopardy, the Bengals will acquire a QB, just not one previously mentioned, could be in play. As should be expected, the Bengals, according to Adam Schefter, want Flacco to be ready for their Week 6 game against the Packers.
Which is the last team that he beat was the starter, right?
I believe it. Yeah, I believe it was.
Ooh, Packers hate to see Flacco coming.
Not for nothing. That's a smart idea. That's a smart idea. You might know how to utilize these weapons quick.
Let's hope that he's better than Browning. Because, I mean, I believe I read this earlier on the EPA dropbacks for quarterbacks. Browning's second to last, Joe Flacco.
And not for nothing, how happy is Joe Flacco going to be that he has Jamar Chase, that he has T. Higgins, that he has Mike Gesicki?
Yeah, he just has to be a Joe impersonator before Burrow comes back.
Yeah, Mike Gesicki is going to get targets, bro.
If he's smart, he'll target Jamar Chase.
If he's smart,
uses receivers. Yeah. So
yeah.
I don't know, it'll be interesting to see. Cool.
Yeah.
Another trade went down. So, but this one between the Harbaugh brothers. So the Harbaughs are making a deal. The Ravens are trading edge rusher Odafe Owe to the Chargers in a pick swap exchange, also involving Alohi Gilman, according to NFL.com's Ian Rappaport and Mike Garafolo. So Baltimore will trade Owe in a 2026 fifth rounder to Los Angeles for Gilman in a 2027 seventh round pick. ESPN's Adam Schefter adds. This will move a former first round pick to a Chargers team missing Khalil Mack on the edge. Owe is tied to a fifth-year option, so no substantive extension talks are believed to have occurred between he and the Ravens. So, little fun fact, this trade, 12 years after Jim and John Harbaugh agreed on an Anquan Boldin swap when Jim was with the 49ers, also reunites Owe with Chargers GM Joe Hortiz, excuse me. The Bolts hired Ortiz from the Ravens. He was Baltimore's director of player personnel when the team drafted the outside linebacker in 2021.
Okay.
Some fun stuff there.
Not too bad. Let's go down to North Florida. Following one of the biggest wins of Trevor Lawrence's era, the Jaguars will lose a key pass catcher for a while. They are placing Brenton Strange on IR, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. Okay, Strange suffered a quad injury and expects to keep him out for roughly a month. That would align with an IR return timeline that the team's tight end has been obviously a key part of for the 4-1 start that they have, making some contributions during its 31-28 win over Kansas City on Monday night. He caught his lone target for 22 yards before injuring his hip late in the first half. So the Jaguars gave Strange a vote of confidence upon releasing Evan Ingram early this offseason. While Ingram has battled injuries during an unremarkable start in Denver, Strange has fared well to the start season. Okay, Strange has 20 receptions for 204 yards, posting 3 games with at least 45 yards during the Jacks' surprising start of 4-1.
That's strange.
It's very strange. It's very strange.
Yeah.
That's Brenton Strange right there.
Out for a month. Minimum.
That's a long time.
4 games.
Yeah.
Sure, strange didn't see that in the multiverse.
There's stranger things.
All right, we'll turn that upside down, and we're actually going to go to Indianapolis. So the Colts are bringing back a familiar face. So unfortunately, Spencer Schrader's season-ending injury will force the Colts to make another change at kicker. So after bringing in Schrader to replace Matt Gay, Indianapolis will turn to one of its former options to fill in for Schrader. So Michael Badgley is returning on what NFL.com's Tom Pelissero and Mike Garafolo report is an active roster deal. Not kicking into games since the 2023 season, Badgley previously kicked for the Colts in 2021. Badgley joined Justin Hopkins and Matt Amendola at a workout today. The Indianapolis Stars' Joel Erickson notes, Badgley participated in a Falcons workout last month but did not land the gig. So for those of you that do not know, Schrader won the competition to replace Gay in the offseason but went down during Indy's Week 5 win over Las Vegas, suffering ACL and MCL tears.
Ouch.
Tough beat.
Yeah, that is tough. That is definitely tough. You want to finish it up with I guess it was late with the Mark Sanchez stuff. Do you want to finish this up?
Yeah. We'll go over to the Sanchez, the former Jets legend.
I told you wild stuff happens in Indianapolis,
especially after midnight. So
yeah,
this is as of October 6th, so yesterday. Mark Sanchez charged with felony battery. Former NFL quarterback and current Fox Sports analyst Mark Sanchez was formally charged on Sunday for his role in an incident which took place in Indianapolis. Sanchez was initially charged with 3 misdemeanors, but his case will now include at least 1 felony count. So Marion County prosecutor Ryan Mears announced Monday morning that Sanchez now faces a felony battery charge involving seriously bodily injury. That Level 5 charge carries a prison sentence of 1 to 5 years. Mears added the case is still being investigated. The further charges could be forthcoming. A $300 bond was posted yesterday as detailed by Mark Mask and Ben Strauss of the Washington Post. An initial court hearing had been scheduled for tomorrow, but Gano notes Sanchez's attorneys have now filed a motion to waive that proceeding. Instead, they are seeking a pretrial conference. The judge overseeing this case has granted the motion per Gano. As a result, the first proceeding in this case will be a conference on November 4th. So, do you know kind of the incident that happened?
I heard of it. I don't know exactly what had happened. I heard there was some sort of somebody had to move their car or something. I don't know if that's right, but
Yeah. So Sanchez is alleged to have instigated an altercation with a 69-year-old man this past weekend. The alleged victim was sent to the hospital with serious injuries. Sanchez was stabbed multiple times and also hospitalized. As of Monday morning, the 38-year-old Sanchez is still in stable condition, but still in the hospital. So basically, there's not any statement issued from Fox or Sanchez's attorneys, but from bits and pieces, it was after midnight. They were in some alleyway. He got an altercation, telling the guy that he couldn't park there, and then I guess he got physical with him, and then the guy stabbed him. But I don't know how accurate all that is. It sounds kind of like a really weird situation that maybe he had a few too many drinks or something,
yeah,
and he was looking to act wild. I don't know. That's your
that'll
boy.
do it. That'll certainly do it. And wow.
I hope both parties, recover. I hope they're both okay, and hopefully they can figure this whole thing out. But it's a tough look for Sanchez.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And that's that could really hurt him in his commentating. That could really hurt him in a lot of different areas in the football realm.
Yeah.
So but that is the news and the notes from that we have, brought to you by north-hall.com. If you guys want some hot sauce, make sure that you guys go to north-hall.com, or some honey wine, some mead, if you will. And go to FGM Label on Instagram if you guys want some fire beats, some good sounds that will make your content sound just a little bit more crisper, a little bit better. So go to FGM Label on Instagram and north-hall.com. Those are our sponsors. So what do you think? If you could describe week 5 in like one word, I'll give you two words. What would you say it was?
2 words, huh?
Yeah, 2 words. We'll go with 2.
Super wonky.
Super wonky. I'm gonna say unexpected delight.
Okay.
Because it was unexpected. There were upside down games. You just didn't expect these things. You had lots of injuries, but people still coming out with wins. You had, people thinking that, other teams are going to get back on their horse after they get this guy back or that guy back, and it's just not happening. There's flat tires on teams that we just can't seem to find out why the offense or defense isn't working the way that they're supposed to, when they're supposed to be either the stronghold of the team or what have you.
So I would you say that this season in particular, that injuries and special teams have made the biggest impacts on games?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to look at just field goals, blocked field goals on its own.
Blocked field goals, blocked punts, punt returns, kick returns. I mean, it's crazy.
Significant difference.
And there's been a couple kickoffs that have changed the outcome of games.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's got to be recognized, because people don't think of special teams as something big because they're not a quarterback, because they're not throwing the ball. You're not a wide receiver catching the ball. You're not making a big play and interception, But these are big, big plays. These are, a slight shift in the special teams changes the outcome of one big play.
Absolutely.
So it's special
teams matter. It's a third of the game.
Yeah, and this is why they emphasize this when you have players that are trying to come from the NCAA and their ego is so big that they just want to, I don't play special teams. Well, a lot of coaches would be like, you don't play special teams, you don't play at all. Unless you're a superstar, some coaches allow that to get away with, and whatever.
Yeah,
it is what it is. But
yeah, I mean, if you're a mid-round guy and you're fighting for a job, you have to show out on special teams. But also, I feel like a lot of teams are just putting their second or third string running back or receiver back there in the return game. So those special returners are few and far between. I feel like they're not getting as many opportunities with the new kickoff rule and some of the roster exemptions and stuff. That's like they don't want to just spend a roster spot on just a special return guy.
Yeah, they don't want to, like, if they could save the money somewhere.
Yeah, because especially with these new kickoffs, most of the time the drives are starting at the 35 or 30.
Yeah.
So
remember, people were dying to get it at the 35 or 40 at one point in time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now it's just kind of like a free gimme. You know?
Like if you kick the ball out of bounds, you get the ball at the 40, so it's like a 5 yard difference.
$5 holler.
Sure. Like it's ridiculous. Like there needs to be. I don't know. I think we need to revisit this stuff. Like I don't mind the new kickoff rules. Like I don't mind the style because it helps with safety and all that stuff. But we got to figure out some of those yard lines and stuff. I don't. Back to the drawing board.
And I'll say this too, like, and this has been talked about a lot before we jump into these recaps. This has been talked about a lot. You get it at the 40. Everybody's kicking 60-yarders now. It's hey,
60 plus.
Yeah, it ain't no big deal, right? Like, when did that become a thing? You know,
so the last 3 years.
Yeah, if you're on the 40-yard line, you're telling me you only need 15 yards.
Yeah, 15, 20.
Yeah, I mean that's within realm to tie a game pretty easily. I mean, if you look at Aubrey from the Dallas, you know what I mean. That's kind of
What are they putting in the water? These kickers are super athletes now. Yeah. I think they always were really good athletes, but just now they're really starting to show it on display. I also think it's coaches nowadays. I don't know if it's because they're getting younger or whatnot, but they're more bold. So you see a lot more teams going for it on 4th down, willing to trot their kicker out to try the long one. So, I don't know.
All right, let's get into this. Okay. It's your Week 5 recap. Still brought to you by North-Hall.com. Go get your hot sauce and your mead. FGM label. Go get some tunes to make sure that your sounds are the sounds that people want to hear. Okay. But let's kick off with a little Thursday night action. Division game. San Francisco.
Great game.
Yeah. Going over to the Los Angeles Rams. San Francisco absolutely depleted. Not, a lot of injuries on that team. Los Angeles Rams looking very strong, very solid. Not for nothing. Their defense looks good. And, San Francisco pulled away with a field goal.
Their defense didn't look good in this one, though. They've been playing great all year, and then decided to just lay an egg against the Niners.
Yeah. And by the way, one of our listeners predicted this. I'm going to see if I can find out. You want to go over the box scores? I'm going to find out who this is.
Yeah, I just want to – I'll get into some stuff real quick. But also, I have to give the shout-outs to the NFL because their primetime games have been on an absolute heater.
Yeah, they have.
There hasn't been a single primetime game that's been bad.
No.
But, I mean, this divisional matchup was great. You had old man Stafford airing it out. He came away with 389 yards, 3 touchdowns, sacked 1 time. You had Kyren Williams, 14 carries, 65 yards. And Blake Corum got the only other carry for 13 yards. You had Stafford who got tackled for no gain. So they weren't able to really run the ball, and neither team really was.
Mm-hmm.
But also that kind of game came down to having the ball in Kyren Williams' hands. I mean, you had 2 big mistakes, 2 fumbles, one from Stafford and one from Williams that kind of shifted the game. In particular, at the end of the 4th quarter, Kyren Williams the LA Rams had the game in hand. We're going down to potentially score a touchdown. And Kyren Williams just got the ball punched out from the rookie defensive tackle on the Niners from Texas, Alfred Collins. And he just hit him right in the perfect spot, knocked the ball out, and boom. The Rams had to shift quick, stop him 3 times, get the ball back, and they kicked a field goal to win it there, or to tie it.
Yeah,
So
it was a solid one to watch.
great game. But I mean, we have to give Mac Jones his flowers. I mean, this dude was limping around. He spent 5 minutes on the ground after one play after he got blasted, but he went 33 of 49, 342 yards, 2 touchdowns, was sacked once, was able to distribute the ball, and he had that connection with Kendrick Bourne, former teammates in New England, who he got 10 passes for 142 yards. McCaffrey continues to be a monster in the receiving game, 8 catches, 82 yards, and a touchdown. Dongus continues to be a decent Kittle cosplay there with 7 catches, 41 yards, and a touchdown. And then you had a few other players get some catches. But, I mean, really, you leaned on McCaffrey and Bourne, and the Rams could do nothing to stop these guys.
Yeah, McCaffrey, 9 receptions, dude. Wild, right? Or 9 targets?
9 targets, 8 catches, yep.
That's wild.
Yeah, I think he has more catches. I think he's projected to have like 117 catches, 1,500 yards, and like 12 touchdowns.
That's wild.
But he doesn't have a rushing touchdown this year.
Remember there was a time where you couldn't get him out of the end zone.
Yep, he had that streak, but now he's done streaking.
He's done streaking. Shout outs to one of our listeners on TikTok for guessing the exact score of this game. 26-23 San Francisco in overtime, he said.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so shout outs
from the future.
He might be. Shout outs to at Stoval21, Stovall 21. So go give that man
give you your flowers. Too. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just like amazing. That's awesome. So but I will move on. I mean, you have anything else to talk about with these guys, or?
No, great quarterback matchup, great teams going at it. Great divisional matchup. But I mean, Niners are dangerous. They're 3-0 in the division. They're 3-0 on the road, but they're 3-1 on top of the division, and they're not even close to being fully healthy. So they'll be a problem as we go throughout the season.
Yeah, and that defense, they needed that stop, and that defense looked like nasty when they wanted.
Actually, no, we have to talk about the Sean McVay call, and then we can move on.
Okay.
So it's 4th down in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Stafford's been balling all game. You haven't been able to run the ball great. And you do a power play to the right side, give it to Kyren Williams, he gets stuffed, game's over. Yeah. Like in that situation, obviously I am a component of going for it, because if you kick the field goal, you're just giving the Niners a chance to go down and win the game. And so there's no point, right? But why would you take the ball out of Matthew Stafford's hands at that situation?
Yeah. He's at like 387 yards, 3 touchdowns. Like he was still balling that day.
Right. And like to get them to overtime, I mean, he made that great throw on the right sideline to Tutu Atwell.
Yeah.
Right. That D crosser. And it's just like, what? I don't understand why you would take the ball out of Stafford's hands. Maybe you were trying to get them off guard, but I mean, the defense was clearly ready for it. So it's just in that situation, I would much rather have the ball in Stafford's hands than trying to run it. I get it. Kyren Williams kind of had a tough game. He had fumbled earlier when they had a really good position to win the game. But, you know, we can build his confidence later. Give Stafford the ball, let him make a play and win this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I agree with that. Let's go over to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium over in London.
Across the pond,
okay, where the Minnesota Vikings beat the Cleveland Browns 21-17. And look, Carson Wentz went 25 for 34, 236 yards and a touchdown. And even Cam Akers went 1 for 1 with a 32-yard touchdown.
Yeah, so, former high school quarterback.
There you go. Jordan Mason on the ground, 13 for 52 with 1 touchdown. And
did you see his? I think was this game. Did you see his crazy fumble?
I didn't get to see that. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he fumbled it. Yet when he was touching it, like he didn't have possession. He was just touching it. His foot was out of bounds. So he kept possession.
Oh, no way.
I think it was this game. Yeah. It might have been the last game. I don't know. It's one of these ones. One of these London games it might have been against the Steelers, but I don't know.
No, I wasn't able to see that. Some of them I can't I can't always watch everything, but I am trying to fix that.
Justin Jefferson continued to be a big bright spot for the Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, 11 targets, 7 receptions, 123 yards. Pretty wild. Jordan Addison had 5 receptions, 41 yards and a touchdown.
Game-winning touchdown.
Game-winning touchdown, yes. And then
did you hear what happened to him?
I did not.
So he was benched in the first quarter for apparently skipping a walkthrough because he wanted to go explore London by himself.
That is the kind of stuff that irks me.
Yeah, and after the game, I think it was at the presser, Justin Jefferson was talked about how he needs to do a better job of taking him under his wing and teaching him how to be a pro and focusing on the major things. So it was great leadership by Justin Jefferson, but it's wild that Addison continues to make these mistakes.
I mean, right after he was just suspended.
Yep.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, dude.
I don't see him being with the Vikings long term. Like, he's been a great productive player, but if you can't keep your head on straight, I don't know if it's gonna work out long term.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, look, he's already been suspended. They already said he had I think he had an alcohol problem or an abuse problem, I believe, at one point, something like that. I forget exactly what it was, but look, they talked about him and his issues in the past, and apparently the discipline is still not there, and I think that needs to, if he does want a long-term deal, he's going to have to shipshape,
Right. But, shifting back to some positives in the game, I mean, I think Dylan Gabriel looked great. He got the ball out quick, threw a couple of touchdowns. I mean, this Minnesota defense is no joke. I mean, look what they did to the Bengals a few weeks ago. And, I just think the rookie held his own. I think you saw why he went in the third round, why he went above Shedeur Sanders. It looked athletic, was able to move around, get the ball out quick. And I think Quinshon Judkins has arrived. I mean, this dude's only been signed with the team for 2 weeks, if that, and he continues to be the workhorse for him. In 23 carries, 110 yards, churned out. I mean, they almost pulled off a great upset, and future looks bright for these rookies.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we kind of knew, you and I knew that this is going to be a defensive game, and each one getting 2 or 3 sacks and 5 or 6 tackles for a loss, and that's kind of what we expected. They were gonna turn it on. They were gonna make sure that people are tackled, wrapped up, and that's exactly what happened. Both teams showed up defensively, and Minnesota just came out on top. So that's kind of the way it went.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see how that goes. But let's turn it over to some good news in Indianapolis for our first 1:00 game.
1:00?
I think so, right? Well, you're a 12:00 game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't start the time zone stuff.
Yeah. I always mess that up. So apparently, let's just go over here. The Las Vegas Raiders took a pummeling to the Indianapolis Colts. Okay, I should say, the Indianapolis Colts at home, 3-0. They're 4-1 overall now, taking a win 40-6 against the Las Vegas Raiders. And even though Geno Smith going 25 for 36, no touchdowns, just 2 interceptions, and
Ashton Jeanty 4 times.
Yeah, sacked 4 times. Ashton Jeanty 14 carries for 67 yards. They couldn't really get it, with multiple people on the ground. They just couldn't really get that run game going. And well,
they also got Jeanty involved in the passing game. I think Bowers being out, you saw him as their short outlet and intermediate kind of guy. He had 5 catches for 42 yards.
Yeah, they're trying to get him rocking and rolling any way that they can, but this Indianapolis defense kind of showed up, and shelled out. So it's, Las Vegas, if we're being honest, just didn't really have any answers.
Yeah, they look kind of lost right now. It's an unfortunate situation because we were both thought they improved quite a bit in the offseason, and they're just showing that maybe. I mean, if you're Seattle right now, you got to be stoked because Sam Darnold's been balling out. Spoiler alert. And also Geno Smith has kind of just been imploding. I mean, he's been turning the ball over, hasn't been consistent on offense.
Yeah.
So it's a beat for Raiders fans.
Yeah. It stinks. But if you go to the other side of the ball, Daniel Jones going 20 for 29, 212 yards and 2 touchdowns. And even Anthony Richardson went 1 for 2 for 9 yards. And Tyler Warren tried to throw there too. But Jonathan Taylor, look, baller of a day. 17 carries, 66 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Is he the fantasy MVP right now?
Yeah, I think he's got to be, man.
Has to
be. So, I mean, when you score 4 touchdowns on the ground, that's what you're looking for. Amir Abdullah scored a touchdown on the ground as well. And look, I think they found out exactly what they needed in this offense. And need I say, it was Daniel Jones here. Okay.
Who would have thought that going into this
Nobody.
This offseason? I mean, his resurgence has been incredible. I think it's because he's fully healthy. He's got a coaching staff that believes in him, and there's a lot of talent on this team. The only thing that I would say that's kind of disappointing about the Indianapolis Colts, and then we can move on to whatever, is they're not able to get Josh Downs very much involved. Yeah. He got 8 targets, had 6 catches, 54 yards, but overall in the season, you thought he'd be kind of a really big part of this offense, mainly operating on the slot, but he just hasn't really taken off. It's just been more the Pittman-Taylor show.
Yeah, and not for nothing, he had the most receptions in this game. Him with 6, Michael Pittman with 5, 39 and a touchdown, and Tyler Warren 4 with 44 and a touchdown. So he's spreading the ball out, but Josh Downs doesn't seem to be getting those targets. I don't want to say targets. He doesn't seem to be getting those touchdowns, or you know what I mean. He's spreading the ball out pretty well, but it really is the Tyler Warren show, the Michael Pittman show, and the Jonathan Taylor show. So it's and you know what, that just goes to show you how many weapons they got over there. You know what I mean? They can do whatever they want on offense. So
yeah.
Let's you good with that?
Yeah.
All right. You want to take us to your game?
The New York Jets are visiting the New Orleans Saints.
The New York Giants? No.
Yeah, Giants.
Yeah.
I'm just predicting the future on this one.
You son of a
just
uncle.
Kidding. But yeah, this when we talk about weird games, this is one of them. We'll start with the New York side for the Giants. Dart came back down to earth a little bit. He was 26 of 40 for 202 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, sacked 1 time. Looked good heading the first few drives. It kind of was really had some unlucky turnovers. The Giants turned the ball over on 5 straight possessions.
Yeah.
That is insane. They lost 3 fumbles, had 2 picks. It was crazy. Ground game, they had a total of 29 carries for 136 yards, averaged 4.7 yards per carry. Most of those going to Scatterboo, Dart running the ball, and then Singletary. But you had a lot of big plays that they missed on in the game because they looked like they were trying to get Darius Slayton the ball early and often. There was a flea flicker that he kind of underthrew. And they just weren't able to connect on some targets, and Slayton left the game with a hamstring injury. So it's just kind of a tough, crazy day for the Giants offense. But, this New Orleans defense came to play. They kind of messed with this rookie quarterback's head. They disguised their coverage as well. They were able to pick him off. Kool-Aid had a great day. Kool-Aid McKinstry. You also had Cam Jordan recovering a fumble. We've got a sack. Also, we were able to witness the absolute worst roughing the passer call I think I've ever seen in my life for Carl Granderson. Highway robbery there. But Spencer Rattler continued his search. He looked great. He finished 21 of 31 for 225, 1 touchdown. Took no sacks, especially against that Giants defense. Is pretty incredible. Offensive line did great. And was not able to run the ball very well as a team. They finished with 30 carries for 88 yards, 2.9 average. But also, you had Rashid Shaheed. He came out, showed out. He had a long of 87. Great pass down the right sideline from Rattler. Turned on the Jets. He was gone. 4 catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown. Olave continues to be a target hog. He had 11 targets, turned that into 7 catches, 59 yards. You got Alvin in the passing game, 6 targets, 4 catches, 28 yards. But overall, great team win from the Saints. It's good to see that monkey come off the back for Rattler and Kellen Moore. So it'd be nice to see if they can string them together.
Yeah, not bad. Not a bad win for the New Orleans Saints.
All right, take us to the other New York team.
Do we have to?
Unfortunately, we don't have to spend a lot of time on it.
No, I don't think we're gonna. So the Dallas Cowboys came into New York and giving the New York Jets a beating at 37-22, putting the Dallas Cowboys at 2-2, and the New York Jets at 0-5. The only team that is 0-5. So Dak Prescott went 18 for 29, 237 yards and 4 touchdowns. Okay, absolutely killing it. Javonte Williams showing up, 16 carries for 135 yards and 1 touchdown. And Javonte Williams looks like the Javonte Williams of old. So I think this man is back and he's ready to go. Look, they gave some targets out to Ryan Flournoy, and he had 9 targets, 6 receptions, 114 yards, while George Pickens, it sounds like he had a lot of volume. He really didn't. He only had 2 receptions for 57 yards and a touchdown. Sauce Gardner was really locking him down for most of the game, I'll be honest. But they found a way to get him the ball. They stretched the field. They threw a bomb, and they got a big touchdown out of it. With Jake Ferguson getting 7 receptions and 2 touchdowns, and Javonte, 1 reception for 4 yards and a touchdown. So they
how about Jake Ferguson, dude?
Jake Ferguson is just killing it this year. Absolutely just killing it. And it's
been a monster.
I've always said this, if Dak can stay healthy, this team, this offense, I'll tell you right now, this offense is cutting up defenses right now.
I think they're the number 1 offense right now.
Yeah. I mean, they're just cutting up. I mean, they need help in their defense for sure.
Yeah, but that's what also helps that they have the number 1 offense, Yeah. I think Dak does need to be in the MVP conversation. I mean, I think he deserves his respect and his flowers right now.
I think he should. Switching over to their defense real quick, they had 5 sacks and 6 tackles for a loss on this Jets offense, with Justin Fields going 32 for 46 with 283 yards and 2 touchdowns. Breece Hall had 14 carries, 113 yards. In total, though, 22 carries overall for 144 yards for the Jets. And they were able to get Garrett Wilson the ball out of 10 targets, 6 for 71 and 1 touchdown. And the other touchdown was Andrew Beck, who was 1 reception for 1 yard and a touchdown. But Mason Taylor getting a lot involved in this, the rookie tight end, 9 receptions for 67 yards. That's big. You want to see that. You want to see them, kind of utilizing, what's happening there. But the Jets couldn't get it done. They just can't seem to get this going. Breece Hall had a fumble as well, and it was just very crucial. They're not protecting the ball. They're having a lot of penalties. They're fighting themselves, and that's how you get to 0-5. So.
Yeah, I mean, but Mason Taylor continues to be a favorite target for Justin Fields, so that's good to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Paying off dividends.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they can continue to let that chemistry grow. It looks good when you're getting 9 receptions in a game. It's cool, just keep moving the chains, So we'll see if that can continue and roll over to week 6. Yeah. You want to go to the Broncos and the Eagles? You want to take us there?
Yeah, I mean, this is the NFC version of the unbeaten finally fell. Broncos won 21-17. Start with the Denver side. Bo Nix went 24-39 for 242 yards and a touchdown, was sacked 2 times. J.K. Dobbins continues to be the guy in the backfield, finished with 20 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown. As a team, the Denver Broncos had 29 carries, 130 yards, and a touchdown. So we're able to kind of run on this vaunted Philadelphia defense. But also in the passing game, Courtland Sutton continues to be the number 1 target. He had 10 targets, 8 catches, 99 yards. Troy Franklin continues to be involved as well. 5 targets, 3 catches, 35 yards. And Evan Ingram, touchdown. He had 6 targets, 4 catches, 33 yards, and a touchdown. You had quite a few other players make some plays. But this Denver defense, we talked about it, how much we loved it, how much we liked it. They were able to sack Jalen Hurts 6 different times.
Yeah.
Right.
Five tackles for a loss, 9 pass defenses, and 8 QB hits. That right there. That'll get the opposing quarterback thinking of where he can throw it. Where am I going to go? I have to be faster on my feet. You know what I mean? You're a lot of more decision making.
But hey, Bo Nix was hit 8 times as well.
Yeah.
So Boomer Bo's out there performing, but I think Nick Bonito, he continues to have a dominant season. I mean, he had 2.5 sacks, 3 quarterback hits. He's looking great. Could be an early defensive player of the year type performance as he continues to play. But these Eagles offense continues. You have Jalen Hurts throw the ball 38 times, complete 23 passes, you get 280 yards, 2 touchdowns. This team just needs to figure some stuff out. They're not able to run the ball very well. It seems like they just collapse in the second half. I mean, what was it, 2 weeks? Was it last week? They didn't complete a pass in the second half.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it looks rough. I mean, Saquon Barkley gets 6 carries for 30 yards. Yeah, and he had 3 catches for 58 yards and a touchdown. So, like, I don't know. I think in Philadelphia they need to figure some things out. Their offensive line hasn't been as great as they normally are. Jalen Hurts has been kind of inaccurate, especially on getting the passes to A.J. Brown. So, I don't know. We have some stuff to figure out in Philly.
Yeah. I mean, like you have this guy that led the league last year. You know what I mean? That set some records last year, and nowhere near about what they were doing last year. You know what I mean? It looks very sputtery. It looks like they just can't seem to get him those yards that he needs to succeed and carry this offense to where it needs to be to run smoothly. So,
yeah.
So we'll go to Dolphins Panthers.
Take us away.
All right. Well, Miami Dolphins, now 1-4, visited the Carolina Panthers, who are now 2-3, and the Carolina Panthers.
Would you say they went Dowdle to Carolina?
They went Dowdle to Carolina. Rico Dowdle. I'm just gonna say it took the Miami Dolphins to the cleaners, dude. If you picked up Rico Dowdle, which
that's animal abuse.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. That's what happens when a Panther fights a Dolphin right there. Okay. So, if you picked up Rico Dowdle in fantasy, good for you. And you plugged him in, good for you. You know, I did in one league, worked out perfectly. Two tags went 27 for 36, 256 yards and 3 touchdowns. He still looked good. Not saying he didn't look good. Devon Achane and this entire run game, 14 carries for 19 yards. They could not get it going. Okay, but
let me ask you this: is Carolina a good defense?
I wouldn't say that they are. No,
they're not. So we have some problems.
Yeah,
in Miami.
Not So yeah, I mean, sidebar here? Did we not talk about this in the beginning of the season? There's something going on over there. So, by the way, we are 100% perfect on these Miami picks since the beginning.
And our off-season predictions.
Yeah. So
we might have fudged up on the weekly one last week.
Yeah, I mean, we're changing stuff according to injuries and stuff like that too. But I mean, other than that, though, according to this game with the Panthers and the Miami Dolphins,
like Waddle, are you doing
catching 6 receptions for 110 yards and a touchdown? You're being an MVP player, okay? He steps up knowing that Tyreek Hill is no longer here. He's done this before, okay? Waddle is an exceptional wide receiver, and he continues to prove it every time he needs to step up. So he's getting 6 for 110 and a tutty. Darren Waller's getting 5 for 78 and a tutty. Devon Achane, even in the air, if he can't do it on the ground, is getting 6 for 30 and a tutty. So they're still making plays. They're still getting stuff done.
How long until Waller becomes a pumpkin?
As soon as he gets hurt. I'll give him another 2 weeks, 3 weeks. He always gets hurt, dude. I hate saying that, but it's just like,
So you're not buying stock in Waller.
no. Especially in fans.
What if he has another 2 touchdowns next week?
If it's another 2 touchdowns next week?
Because I mean, he's slowly growing his snap percentage. He's slowly playing more and more.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna buy into him. He's always hurt. He will get hurt, and with my luck, if I get him, he will get hurt walking down the stairs. Okay, I'm staying away from him. Okay,
so he can flourish.
I also have McBride everywhere. So,
how about Malik Washington? 5 targets, 4 catches for 0 yards.
Yeah, I had him in.
Do you know another player? You had as many yards as he did.
I did.
That's impressive.
Yeah, well, thank you. That's why I'm here. Let me shift it over to the other side of the ball where they just dominated. But Bryce Young, look, he looked very average. 19 for 30, 198 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Okay, he got sacked 3 times. But the big call of this game is Rico Dowdle coming in there. Chuba Hubbard's out. Rico Dowdle, 23 carries for 206 yards and a touchdown. Okay, this team ran the ball 32 times with 239 yards. Okay, they ran all over this Miami defense like it didn't even exist. And you had Teterow and McMillan with six receptions, 8 targets, 6 receptions, and 73 yards. Xavier Legette got a tutty in there with 2 receptions. Everything else is kind of null and void here, but just, even Rico Dowdle getting in there, 3 receptions, 28 yards. They were using him everywhere, Jimmy Horn Jr. and a bunch of others. But, they threw the ball a couple times, got some, got one in the air, one on the ground. And, look, it just was, like you said, abysmal for this Miami Dolphins team. And they need to figure something out because at this point we said that it could be time for Mr. McDaniel to be looking at that door and on his way out.
Do you still believe in him as a coach?
I think he lost control of the team.
So do you think he'll ever become a head coach again, or do you think he'll maybe just be a coordinator?
No, I think somebody will see what he did because he did bring them to the playoffs. It's not like he didn't, right? He did it. They did have a very decent record. They solidified a run game at one point. It's not like they hadn't. They made some good draft picks. That more goes towards the GM. I get that. But on the other end, I do think that he'll get another shot at it. I think he'll get an OC job before he goes back to being a head coach. But I don't see him lasting the rest of the year in Miami. I just don't.
So say in a couple years, say he takes an OC job with like San Francisco or the Rams or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And in a couple years, you're down on your luck. Aaron Glenn doesn't pan out. And the Jets have an opening at head coach, and they want to interview him and give him the job. How do you feel?
No.
You feel no?
It's a hard no.
You feel a hard no?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
don't believe in him?
I don't believe that he brings discipline. New York, you can't walk into New York. It's a very hard place to win.
I'm sure people walk in there all the time.
I'm pretty sure they do. Probably a couple million. It's a place where the media will eat you alive. It's not like Miami. It's a different. You better have answers. There's not just a couple media reports. There's a lot, and it can. You saw how it stressed out Robert Saleh that first year. He lost 20 pounds. He slimmed down. There's a lot of stress in New York. There's a lot to take.
I have a challenge for you this week.
Okay.
I challenge you to watch McDaniel's press conferences.
I already know.
Watch 3 of them this week, please. And let me know how you feel.
He has some of the greatest answers ever.
Just watch 3 of them. And I want you to tell me how you feel.
I can watch 3 of them in 3 minutes. Because his answers are epic. His answers.
You'd be surprised. I saw one earlier and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's not my McDaniel.
He's getting worse with them.
Yeah.
Like he used to be kind of cool with it. But now he's just getting really bad, and it's just
now the
like,
tuxedo seems kind of messed up.
yeah.
How about we go to? Are we done with that game?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to. Well, you don't have to spend time on this. A long time on this one. Texans, Ravens.
No, because it didn't seem like the Ravens wanted to spend a long time on the football field. So
Texans beat the brakes off the Ravens.
yeah, they did.
Shout out Luis. Shout out Nick.
Shout out Luis.
You guys can figure it out.
Yeah.
But, we'll start with Houston. They won 44-10. CJ Stroud has as many touchdowns as incompletions in the game. He was 23 of 27 for 244 yards and 4 touchdowns. Sacked 2 times. Crazy. And then Davis Mills got some play time later in the game. He went 2 for 4 for 23 yards. Nick Chubb turned back the clock a little bit. Went 11 carries for 61 yards and a touchdown. CJ Stroud had a carry for 30 yards. Woody Marks, 7 for 24. And Dameon Pierce, 7 for 21. And you had a few other players get a couple carries in there. But as a team, they went 33 for 167 and a touchdown. And then in the receiving mark, Christian Kirk kind of paced the team. He had 4 catches, 64 yards on 4 targets. Schultz, 6 targets, 5 catches, 6 yards. Nico Collins was 5 targets, 4 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown. Jaden Higgins, 4 targets, 4 catches, 32 yards. But Xavier Hutchinson, 3 targets, 3 catches, 18 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
So shout out to Hutchinson there. But pretty efficient day for Houston's offense. I think it helps going against the absolute worst defense in the league. Sorry, Nick, but it is what it is. Ravens, the thing that worries me is they continue to have these brutal losses. I don't want them to rush their players back before they're ready. That's going to help push, ruin their season even more. But on the Ravens side, Cooper Rush, 14 of 20, 179 yards, 3 interceptions, was sacked 1 time. Derrick Henry, 15 carries, 33 yards, and a touchdown. You had a couple other players get a carry, but it's not relevant. Zay Flowers, 5 targets, 5 catches, 72 yards. That's about it. That's about all the production. You had DeAndre Hopkins catch 2 balls for 46 yards. Mark Andrews had 3 targets, 2 catches, 20 yards, and an absolute ridiculous fumbling of the catch that went straight to the defender's hands because he couldn't just corral it in. Terrible drop. I mean, it's just rough all around for these Ravens. They have to figure out a lot of things very quickly, and I don't know if they will. And they have the date with the Rams next week, so tough beat.
Yeah. It's that's rough, man. It's especially for the Ravens at home. That's not something that they,
they're not used to that.
No, certainly not used to that. Let's go to another game that we're not used to seeing. A complete circus on the field, if I may say so myself.
You may.
The Tennessee Titans taking a 22-21 win over the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. The Tennessee Titans are now 1-4. The Arizona Cardinals are now 2-3. And Cam Ward went 21 for 39, 265 yards and an interception. Still having a little bit of a rough time as a rookie. Showcasing what he can do and what's going on. Tony Pollard went 14 for 67 on the ground with a touchdown. And this team just could not run the ball with 24 carries and 78 yards altogether. So Calvin Ridley came out of the basement and went 5 receptions for 131 yards as soon as I dropped him. Thank you, everybody. And Tony Pollard actually had a fumble in this game. But I mean, this game was absolutely wild. With
it was a very expensive game for their head coach Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah,
he got fined $100,000 for hitting DeMarcado after he fumbled.
Is that what he's got? He's got a.
Yeah, he got fined $100,000. Mm-hmm. You can't hit players after they screw up really bad on the most simplest plays that you learn in Pee Wee football to cross the ball over the goal line when you're scoring. Do not drop the ball before.
Well, I'll say this. I think he was deserving of it. So he's a grown man. He gets paid millions of dollars to do what
can't hit people at work, bro.
No, you can't.
It's against the code.
It is against the code. Doesn't mean he didn't deserve it.
Shout out Cam Ward, man. He got his first dub. It's great.
He did. Good for him.
Yeah, and I think we saw the most craziest play with that interception fumble thing that turned into a Titans touchdown somehow.
That's a great, good for Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'll ever see that on the football field again in a professional game, but that was absolutely bananas. I don't know how it makes me feel, but kind of glad I saw it.
Yeah, it's good to see, right? It's good to let you know that you were not crazy if somebody tried to describe that to you. So, with Kyler Murray on the other side of the ball, though, going 23 for 31, 220 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Michael Carter got the bulk of the run game over here. 18 carries, 51 on the ground, and a touchdown. Kyler Murray rushed for 425 and a touchdown, and even Bam Knight. You were texting me about this.
Mm-hmm.
Even got a touchdown in there. But Mercado had a huge break off, 3 carries for 81 yards and no touchdown, and he let it go before the goal line. And
did you see what happened to Kyler too?
No.
Where they snapped the ball too early and it hit him right in the face.
I did
and
see
then
that.
he left immediately to go to the medical tent. Like, are you telling me the ball concussed you or something?
I did see that.
Like, what?
Because I know Jacoby Brissett came in.
Yeah, I was like, what? There must have been some force behind that snap. Like, it was, I don't know. So there's questions.
Yeah.
And I have concerns now. Because I've been a Kyler guy. I've liked Kyler. He's like, I don't know, the way he plays and the way he looks on the field sometimes, like, he can be a great player.
Yeah.
But I feel like he doesn't like it. Like, he doesn't love it.
Just wait till Call of Duty comes out. He's really not going to like it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm really great at this one thing, but it kind of sucks. I don't really like it.
Yeah. He's also a first-round pick for baseball, too. He didn't like that either.
Right. No, I mean.
He's a talented guy.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr. getting 5 targets, 4 receptions for 98 yards. Trey McBride continues just to be a blanket. 7 targets, 5 receptions for 41. And Michael Carter got some more action in the air. So he was a big contributor in this game. Michael Carter with 5 receptions and 22 yards. So it was just, again, it was a sloppy game to watch. It was not a fun one to see. And you know what? The Arizona Cardinals made mistakes, and those mistakes allowed the Titans to slip into that window for a W. And that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
And good for them for grabbing onto that, what's the word I'm looking for?
Way to grab the bull by the horns and win.
There you go. We'll go with that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Opportunity.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
I was looking for the word opportunity. I don't know. I couldn't think of it.
You had the opportunity to land it, but.
Well, I'm giving you the opportunity to talk about your favorite boy in the world, the Bucks.
Absolutely. I mean, as a Saints fan, it hurts my heart, but as a Baker fan, ecstatic. Yeah. I mean, not only was this game the most visually appealing game with the retro jerseys on both sides, just like chef's kiss. Absolutely beautiful, right?
In case anybody's wondering too, this man named his dog after this man. So
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
While he was in college,
he
was at OU, just tearing it up. But I mean, 38-35, Buccaneers over the Seahawks. Absolutely incredible game. Looked great. You had these two quarterbacks playing out of their absolute minds, right? I seen the video of that one fan riling up Baker before he ran onto the field. They're kind of the back and forth stuff. That was great. Yeah. Attention to fans. That's what he feeds off of. Do not do that if you don't want him to go out there and demolish your team. But Baker Mayfield, 29-33, 379 yards, 2 touchdowns, was sacked 1 time. He is playing out of his mind. I think he is the front runner for the NFL MVP. I mean, this guy has 4 wins in the last minute of the game. Yeah. Leading game-winning drives, and he's just playing phenomenal. You have Rachaad White, who took 14 carries, 41 yards, 2 touchdowns. Baker was 5 carries for 15 yards, and then you have some other players run the ball once. But the rookie of the year, Emeka Egbuka, 7 targets, 7 catches, 160 yards, 1 touchdown.
What a stud!
I mean, he's great. Came out right at the box. Attention to details, has been a phenomenal player for the Buccaneers, and that offense is going to be scary for a very, very long time. Yeah. I mean, you're missing Mike Evans, you're missing Bucky
McMillan.
Irving. You're missing McMillan. I think he played, didn't he? Oh, no,
Did he?
McMillan's out. No, you're
He's
missing
been out.
McMillan. Yeah, so, I mean, and you just have Chris Godwin Jr. coming back. But you had the tight end K. Dotton step up, 5 targets, 4 catches, 81 yards. Tez Johnson got involved. Rashad White. But offense looked great. Really tough day for Seattle's defense. I mean, really, I guess defense on both sides, except Tampa Bay. They were able to get the better of Darnold on the day. That game-changing interception at the very end where he was trying to throw it away and it bounced off somebody's helmet and it landed right into Levante David's hands. But Sam Darnold, 28-34, 341 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, was not sacked. Then you had Kenneth Walker, 10 carries, 86 yards. Zach Charbonnet, 9 carries, 36 yards, and a touchdown. Then you had Jalen Monroe come in, the rookie. They had a specific package for him. Fumbled on his 1 rush attempt. Tough beat. So this was a really close margin of error. Like if you made 1 mistake, it kind of shot you in the foot. And unfortunately, Seattle made those mistakes, so they lost the game. But JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, 9 targets, 8 catches, 132 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, these Ohio State receivers were going back and forth, crazy catch for crazy catch. It was great to see. You had Cooper Kupp got involved, 9 targets, 6 catches, 59 yards. A.J. Barner continues to be a stud for them, 7 targets, 7 catches, 50 yards, 2 touchdowns. And so, I mean, great performance from the class of 2018 quarterbacks. Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield, respective reclamation projects. So shouts out to those guys, but absolutely awesome game. If you have some time, go back and watch it. I mean, it was just a great treat for NFL fans. Great quarterback play. It was awesome.
Yeah, fun to watch, man. Just fun to watch. Let's go over to Cincinnati, where Jared Goff goes. They're going 4-1. Detroit Lions 4-1, and Cincinnati Bengals losing, and now 2-3. So it's Detroit winning 37-24. Jared Goff going 19 for 23, 258 yards and 3 touchdowns. I don't know what it was about other players throwing the ball, but David Montgomery won 1 for 1, 3 yards and a touchdown.
They got bored during the game and was just trying stuff out.
Word. So they had 4 passing touchdowns. And David Montgomery also had another touchdown. He went 18 for 65 on the ground and a touchdown there. So
he is from Cincinnati, Ohio. So
there you go. And Jahmyr Gibbs, 12 for 54. So we'll look at these through the airs. And you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8 for 100 with 9 targets, 6 targets for Sam Laporta, getting 592 and a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 2 for 33 and a touchdown. Tesla, 1 for 12 and a touchdown. Brock Wright. Tesla. Brock Wright, 2 for 9 and a touchdown. So they were looking at this and really trying to make sure that the ball was being thrown here. So
right.
Well played. Going over to the other side of the ball, Jake Browning going 26 for 40. Not that he looked terrible, but again, with these interceptions and with these touchdowns, these interceptions are there too. So it's really going to change the game. You're not going to get to where you need to be. 26.
I wonder if he leads the league in interceptions.
He probably does. I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't. But 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. They could not get the ball rolling on the ground here. No more than 8 carries, and that was with Chase Brown, and they went 16 for 85 on the ground. Jamar Chase, I know it was garbage time, but still got, 10 targets, 6 receptions for 110 and 2 touchdowns. And T. Higgins getting 3 for 22 and 1 touchdown. And my boy, Andre Isevich, 5 for 82. I think it's the most yards he's gotten in a game. So
that's great.
That was my first scouted player ever there.
Look at him.
So that forever, I will always have love for that man.
Absolutely. So, you never forget your first.
You never forget your first. So, but yeah, I mean, this Cincinnati Bengals defense or offense just couldn't get it rolling, and the Lions were just doing what the Lions do, and they just took a 37-24 win. And this is why they have Joe Flacco coming into town. They have they have weapons that need to be utilized, and they need to keep the interceptions and the fumbles down. So we'll see what happens.
All right. We'll go to a very weird game. Washington Commanders versus the Los Angeles Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Commanders won 27-10. LA went up early 10-0 in the first quarter and then nada afterwards. So tough day for Los Angeles. I'll start with the Washington side, though. Jane Daniels came back. He was 15 for 26, 231 yards and a touchdown, was sacked one time. So it's good to see him healthy back out there. Bill Krosky-Merritt, 14 carries, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kind of his coming out party, so to speak, averaging 7.9 yards per carry. Daniels was 8 for 39, and Chris Rodriguez Jr. was 5 for 7. So overall, really good day running the ball against this vaunted Chargers defense. Looks like it's had some chink in the armor. That's probably why they made the trade for Odafe Owe from the Ravens.
Yeah.
But Deebo Samuel continues his resurgence, continues to be the receiver 1 for this team. 11 targets, 8 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown. It'd be really interesting to see how his snaps and targets go once our boy Scary Terry is back. It is spectacular that he's been getting this type of production with him out. So it's great to see. Luke McCaffrey, 2 targets, 1 catch, 50 yards. And Bill, 2 catches, 39 yards. So really, I thought this was an interesting stat, but Zach Ertz had 1 target, no catches. And it's only because I started him in one of my fantasy leagues. So
yeah,
Ertz kind of just ripped my heart out. It hurt. I hate seeing goose eggs in the slots, but
yeah, I think it's not fun, man. It really does hurt your heart.
Yeah, it hurts. But going back to broken hearts on the Los Angeles side, you had Justin Herbert, 22 of 29, 166 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, was sacked 4 times. Trey Lance came in relief in the fourth quarter, was 3 for 4, 44 yards, and also sacked 1 time. But Justin Herbert led the team in rushing, 4 carries, 60 yards, with a long of 41. Omarion Hampton, 12 carries, 44 yards, and then you had quite a few other players get some carries. But big news, Omarion Hampton was in a walking boot, so he is on injured reserve, is out for 4 weeks. So really tough. Their first-round running back is on the shelf for at least a month. So Hampton earners, they're crying in sorrow.
I mean, they lost two running backs this year already.
Yep. So tough for them. I mean, Keenan Allen, 9 targets, 5 catches, 58 yards. QJ, 4 targets, 4 catches, 40 yards. McConkey has some life, 7 targets, 5 catches, 39 yards, and a touchdown. And then Hampton had 6 catches for 26 yards. So pretty crazy. He was very, very heavily involved in the offense. But overall, it's just a tough day for the Chargers, and we'll see if they can bounce back, but they're going to have to do it by running back by committee. They've fallen quite low after that hot start.
Yeah, I mean, they were looking pretty promising too. They were looking really good, really attentive. The defense was very stifling. Their offense was looking like we could do whatever we want. You have weapons on there. You had running backs. You had your pass rusher. Your pass rusher's out. Your 2 running backs are gone. Your
tackles.
You're missing your tackles.
And they lost Trey Pipkins, the 3rd tackle. So
gotta find a way. It's the next man up mentality. But you can't give up. If you have talent on a team, you got to find a way. So that's what the NFL is about. Are we good with that one?
Yep.
All right, let's go to another divisional game, very close game, where the Buffalo Bills hosting the New England Patriots, and the New England Patriots came in and
spoiled their rivalry jerseys.
They absolutely did, and they put the first loss on the Buffalo Bills. So New England Patriots win 23-20. New England Patriots are now 3-2. The Buffalo Bills are 4-1. And Drake May went 22 for 30 with 273 yards. No touchdown, no interceptions, okay? But Ramondre Stevenson coming through with 2 touchdowns. They still want to utilize this guy. They could not get the run game really, really going on the ground here. They had 22 carries for 71 yards, but there were a lot of takeaways in this game.
Okay? They also lost Gibson for the season.
Yes, they did. there was a lot of wonky plays in this, special teams, defenses, just a lot of stuff.
Sloppy.
Yeah, it was. So it's like whoever got the ball was kind of like, oh, we're gonna win. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the way it was, as sloppy as it was. But if you look over, look, Josh Allen, 22 for 31, 253 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. This
It's an
Patriots,
ugly pick too.
yeah, this Patriots defense though was very sticky. They were very sticky to these wide receivers. They weren't just letting them go easily. But yeah, I mean, Josh Allen had 9 for 53 on the ground. James Cook only 15 for only 49. Not really looking too good. So they were trying to shake some things up there, but Dalton Kincaid, 6 targets, 6 receptions, 108 yards.
Totally.
Yep. Khalil Shakir, 645 with 9 targets. Okay. And Curtis Samuel scoring a touchdown, 2 for 26, and Keon Coleman, 4 for 23. Yeah, exactly. Curtis Samuel and Keon Coleman scoring those touchdowns. But look, this is something to look at. The Patriots.
Hey, Stephon Diggs is back.
Yeah, I think this was
He's
a motivating.
Fully healthy now. It looks like.
I think this was a motivating game, a very, very motivating game for him. He held it near and dear to his heart, as C-Dub would say,
and he showed out.
He did. He absolutely did. Anything else to really say on that one? I mean, it was kind of just a field goal game there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're happy, right? You see the Bills fall.
Yeah, I kind of want to see things even out. I mean, look, even though the Jets are 0-5, I mean, you always want that little glimmer of hope to see more losses on somebody else's,
So if you had to choose right now, who takes the division, Bills or Patriots? Because I hate to say it, but I think the Jets and Dolphins are out.
Yeah, probably. It could be close. I would say.
This gives the Patriots a big leg up, especially in Buffalo.
Yeah, and not for nothing, they both have easier schedules.
Yeah, they played the Saints this year, NFC South.
They played easy. Just twice.
Oh, that's true, and Dolphins twice.
Here you go.
Yeah, shoot, that's a really easy schedule.
Yeah. Oh man. But I would say I would still lean towards the Bills, maybe the Patriots couple games close.
Yeah, that's smart.
I think Vrabel's going to get a little bit more momentum. So
yeah, I mean, maybe if he starts using Travion Henderson, they can actually get a ground game going. Maybe. Not that I'm not a Ramondre Stevenson hater, but I think if you took Henderson that high in the draft, I think you should use both running backs. I think you should deploy both of them and get creative with the offense. But
yeah,
whatever. One final game.
Takes away.
Yeah, what a Monday night game. This one was a lot more fun than originally anticipated. Chiefs, Jaguars never gave me any kind of like feeling one way or another. I was like, meh, all right, cool. Yeah. Turned out it was a great game. So again, the NFL is on a heater with these primetime games. Great job, NFL. But Jacksonville Jaguars 31-28 win over the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll start with the Chiefs side. Patrick Mahomes went 29-41 for 318 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 backbreaking interception. It was actually a 99-yard return from the Kansas City native, Devin Lloyd. So, little fun fact.
There you go.
But Patrick Mahomes led the team in rushing yet again. 6 carries, 60 yards, and a touchdown. Kareem Hunt turned back the clock a little bit, went 7 carries for 49 yards, 2 touchdowns. With a long of 33. Pacheco got some work in, 7 carries, 36 yards, and then 2 other players got a carry. But as a team, they went 22 for 158 and 3 touchdowns. And as a team, Tyquan Thornton led the team in yards. So he had 5 targets, 3 catches, 90 yards. Kelsey, I don't know if you knew this, but after a Taylor Swift album drops, he has a crazy stat line. He always performs. He always shows out for the fiance there. But 8 targets, 7 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Hollywood Brown, 8 targets, 4 catches, 48 yards. Xavier Worthy had 9 targets, 6 catches, 42 yards. And Brashard Smith, the rookie out of SMU, 3 targets, 3 catches, 32 yards. So he continues to get involved in more of the passing game. So excited to see when they actually let him loose. But offense overall, I mean, they looked good. I think I would like to see more carries from the running backs, not put so much on Patrick Mahomes. But again, the game was kind of a little bit weird, and just some untimely turnovers for Kansas City kind of turned the tides. But Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, on his birthday, got the dub. He went 18 to 25, 221 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He also fumbled 1 time, which he lost. But he also led the team in carries. So when was the last time 2 quarterbacks led their teams in rushing in the same game?
I don't know.
Interesting stat there, huh?
Yeah, that's actually pretty wild.
But Trevor Lawrence went 10 carries, 54 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Travis Etienne Jr. went 12 carries, 49 yards. And Bayshore Tootin, 4 carries, 6 yards. But it was good. We actually got some life out of Brian Thomas Jr. He has 6 targets, 4 catches, 80 yards. Travis Hunter, 3 targets, 3 catches, 64 yards. Brent Strange caught his 1 target for 22 yards and then left the game immediately with that hip injury that you discussed earlier. Parker Washington had the lone touchdown from Trevor Lawrence, 3 targets, 2 catches, 16 yards, and a touchdown. And quite a few other players caught some passes. But this Jacksonville defense, it's quietly one of the top defenses out there. That they lead the league in turnovers. They've been getting some pretty good pressure on the quarterback. They didn't sack Patrick Mahomes, but you saw him running around for his life out there. So Jacksonville Jaguars, their defense is extremely underrated. So I'd say if you don't have them in fantasy, if they're out there on the waiver wire, I'd put a claim on them.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. I think that's a solid.
But yeah, I mean Jacksonville. I mean we have to start respecting these guys. They're 4-1. They've been playing great. Trevor Lawrence continues to kind of make some kind of crazy mistakes, but you know when it counts, he's driving the ball down the field and he's making plays. And you know, shouts out to the Golden Goddess there.
Yeah, I mean week 5 was just absolutely a lot of 3-point games, 1-point games. Like it stayed close. It kept you active. It kept you in.
And a lot of divisional like upsets.
Right? Yeah. I think we took. We didn't take the Jaguars. We took the Kansas City, but we did take took Denver.
Yep, but we didn't take the Patriots. We didn't take the Niners. So
yeah, it's interesting. But hey, week 6 here we are, and you know since we're switching it up, we'll be doing the predictions tomorrow, and that way you guys can get prepared for that. I do want to give a shout out before we're out of here, and the history books. You sent me this, but I just think that it's something for our listeners to have. The history books have been open for Taron Dickens, who is a congratulations to Taron Dickens for breaking the FCS record for the most consecutive pass completions in a game, going 46 for 46. The record was previously held by Princeton's Quinn Epperly with 29 completions. But Taron Dickens is in WCU. He's a quarterback. What was that? Western? Trying to think where he's at. But he had a game against Wofford and Western Carolina football. There it is. Mm-hmm. And he went 46 for 46. And in that game, he went 53 for 56. So that's wild. That is absolutely nuts. Shout outs to him.
It's one of those stats that you don't really believe until you see it. You're like, wow.
Yeah, and he's a sophomore. So, look, I'm not sure if it's a D1 school or what have you, but I just thought that no, is it okay? It still needs some love. It's Absolutely. Really hard. It's really hard to make that many completions. So shout out to Taron Dickens, and you know, it's not every day you get to see something like that. That is a record breaking football moment right there for that kid. Yeah. So,
and that's one of those stats that'll blow your mind.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter what level of football it is. That's still impressive.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that does not happen every day. And, you know what I mean? It's probably not going to happen for a very, very long time. You're talking 29.
Now that you said that, it's going to get broken next week.
I dare anybody. I dare it. Okay. But if you guys have not yet, and you've been listening and watching, please leave a comment. Follow us at Top Dog Coverage on YouTube, on X, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and stay connected with us. Swipe up on the iTunes, on the Spotify, leave a message, hit the 5 stars. And if you guys have any questions, who to start, any questions about football, please, or any cool stories that you guys just want to tell us, go to topdogcoverage@gmail.com. Send us yours and we can read it right here on the show. Okay, with that, I'm Dirty. It's your boy C-Dub with me, and we will see you guys tomorrow. God bless.
Peace.
Later.